All right. Is it up? Okay, we are live. We have been live. Let's go ahead and dive into our watch list for today. Now, right now I am watching for CA and F to actually break this downtrend or break this wedge formation to the upside. Again, your targets are going to be the previous highs at 158, and then 164 is another resistance level that we have to watch out for. Now, again, right now our biggest gapper is actually PIXY, but I don't have any news for it, so it is lower on my watch list. If it breaks below 160, I am not looking to trade this today. That's the pre-market low. Breaks below the pre-market low, I'm not looking to touch it. But we have YGMZ. Now, there was a nice decreasing volume pullback with a nice increasing volume bullish engulfing candle here. We have YGMZ is looking to acquire Rsi Network for $29.4 million. So this is a big news release, and I do think that we're going to see this move. Again, the float is 7 million, so this can move really, really quick. So this is definitely my top stock to watch at the moment. We have CANF, again, breaking the downtrend. Biopharma shares are trading higher after the company announced it's filling new patent applications in several countries for the treatment of all advanced solid tumors. So that is also another very, very good press release. Let's see if we can break this trend line or break this wedge to the upside. Doesn't look like it. We've been building on the downtrend or on the lower support trend line for a while now, since around 840. So I do think we're going to actually break lower, and we'll have to see if we can regain some things, because I'm not looking to trade this if it breaks below this wedge pattern. We have PIXY. Again, we don't really see, skyrockets, heavy volume. Not really seeing any news for PIXY, so I'm definitely going to keep this one on watch. It's more of a back burner play because we don't have any news. We have CPOP. I've traded CPOP in the past. I believe I've made some money off of it, but Pop Culture announced new website launch, winged tender. Oh, that was nope. There's no really news for today for CPOP. Let's see if Josh found any news. I don't see any news. So right now, CPOP doesn't have any news. We have ISIG doesn't have any news. We have new NEW. Company reported Q2 earnings. So that got some news. We're pumping up. I'm assuming they're pretty good. We have MOBQ. Now, platform now allows marketers to unleash the power of their valuable first-party data and drive greater precision in the digital marketing campaigns by utilizing text messaging. So they have some good news. Again, this is the highest gapper now at the moment, with a low float of 1.5 million. So this can move quick. Right now, the highest volume has been bullish, but again, this candle is very small, so that's your first sign to get out. Very high volume on a very lower spread compared to these candles. So it did a nice rug pull there. So we got to definitely keep that on watch. Again, guys, come over to the YouTube. You'll be able to see my screen more and see my face. Plus, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are around 20 subscribers away, and I know we can do it. I'm at 980. So, hope to see you guys on YouTube. YouTube is Stock Talk Trades, or you can go to the link in my bio. Again, we covered our watch list for the day. Now let's go ahead and cover the actual market. Let's cover the SPY. What's going on with the SPY? The SPY, I believe, is gapping up from yesterday. Again, yesterday we made a new high. Very lighter volume on this pullback, but I do want to see us retest this 473 level. So if we can actually pull back, that might be a very good entry for a potential nice bull flag. Nice, keep this momentum going, I guess. But again, right now I wouldn't be looking to hold this for longer term, because if I'm looking to hold it, I would want a better entry lower down, maybe fill this gap level at 467 potentially. So definitely something that we want to keep on watch, and definitely something that we want to watch out for today, and just keep the SPY on watch. We have the QQQ. Again, Gapping around the same, not gapping up, not gapping down. We do have around the same amount of volume on today's candle. Lower spread. That could be a nice sign for a reversal. We do have a gap to fill down at 397. Now that would be a good bounce off the 9 or 20 EMA as well on the daily for the QQQ. AMD broke out of that trend line and absolutely pumped, increasing volume on today. So definitely want to see that pull back a little bit more. Not really seeing anything from crowd. Nvidia increasing volume again. It might be a bearish day today. Looks like it probably will be. We have SE looking like it's going to continue to dump here. Let's see if it can actually start to make a bottom here. As long as we don't break 200, I'm pretty bullish on SE. Maybe a nice double bottom potentially, nice higher low. Now we have an increasing volume on a low spread with an upper wick. So that's telling me that buyers could be looking to take this longer. Now we have pretty high volume for green, relative volume compared to the previous candle. So that is giving me a bullish sign for SE. Break over that high at 223. I could definitely see this actually pump up a little bit more. Have you seen M? Let's go ahead and look at M. Increasing volume to the upside with an upper wick. Not a huge fan of that. Do think I want to see a higher low. I don't want to break this previous low at 22.91. Again, we have also Airbnb, not liking it. Coinbase, not really liking anything. Facebook, higher volume on a shooting star. Do think we're going to see this start to round off here. If Facebook breaks that previous low of yesterday, let's go ahead and do a little bit more. Breaks this previous low of 345.18. I do think we're going to see this crack lower. So break yesterday's low of 345.18. I could definitely see us back down at 341. So I am going to be looking for puts for Facebook. We have DraftKings. We could be making inverse head and shoulders pattern. I would like us to see us not break this previous low, break this, make a higher low here. We definitely could see us move back up to 35, potentially maybe even back to 39, potentially even 40. We have Zoom. We needed to break this downtrend, and I want to see us hold this higher low at 174. That would be ideal. And if we could see it hold that, I would really, really like to see this break the downtrend. Room back up to fill this gap at 241. We have Tesla. Again, looking like we got some resistance. Looking like we might come lower. Again, this is lighter volume pullback. I would like to see a pullback and bounce off one of the EMAs. Oh, let me flip my camera real quick so it's easier to see. There you go. That's easier to see. We have NIO. Want to see us hold this low at around 27. Roku, looking like we could possibly break the trend line, but I don't like that we have this upper wick with higher volume. Apple, again, higher volume on the pullback. Looking for puts for Apple as well. Rivian, just kind of potentially flagging. We have a nice inside candle, potentially room higher. Again, let's see what happens. We broke down. Now we're chilling lower than yesterday's low, which is not what I want to see. So let's see if we can have a nice mid-candle break up. If we break over 105, I could definitely see us ripping up possibly to, potentially back up to 112 for Rivian. We have LCID. Nice potential double bottom there. I want to see us get a strong close above 42. If we get a close above 42, I am bullish on Lucid. We have YGMZ. We have Roblox. Well, I wasn't really seeing anything with Roblox for today for day trading. I can look at it real quick to see what I think overall. Oh, I actually don't have Roblox, so I haven't actually looked at it. RBLX. Increasing volume to the downside. I want to see a nice higher, lower double bottom and not break 93.36 for Roblox. We have BFRI. Let's go and look. Very light volume, but very, very strong move to the downside. I'm not really liking it. I would not want to catch a falling knife. Wait for a potential bottom. We could be just filling this gap down at, it'd be a good dip trade. That's what pre-market, that's what happened. Nice dip trade off 761. Nice bounce and moved higher. Again, I would wait if you're looking to swing trade this or get into a potential position. I would wait for a potential bottom. I got Roblox puts, so that's pretty good. We are gapping up though, which is not ideal. Again, this light volume is not very good for puts, because when there's light volume on a trend, hello bro, hey, thank you for stopping in. If there's a light volume for a trend, that's usually not a good sign that the trend's going to continue. How are you doing today? Right now, this is my watch list. We have YGMZ. That's my top stock to watch. I believe it has one of the best news. They're looking to acquire a company for $29.4 million. So I want to see us actually get above this level of 219 and hold 219 for YGMZ. Do you trade crypto? Not really. Puts on the play today. Yes, it looks like they are. Looks like they are. Yes, guys, come over to the YouTube, Stock Talk Trades, or link in my bio. You can see my screen much better. We can trade together. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm at 920. I only need 20 more subscribers. I'd really appreciate it and love to see you guys pop into YouTube. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. Now, I'm not really seeing too much here. Let's see. We have a CA and F broke the trend line to the downside. Not a fan of it at all. We have NEU new Pixie, CPOP. Not liking anything. This could be a market maker move. We popped above and pulled back, so I would want to see a nice bottom here. Nice. I wouldn't call this a cup and handle though, because it did break that previous high. So I'd be worried about CPOP for a little bit. Wait, maybe like for a bottom, higher low on this. So we have ISIG. Again, ISIG is ripping, broke the trend line, absolutely ripping from 20 to it's already at 22. So let's see if ISIG can actually hold this level. Now the highest volume is on these bullish candles. Now we're getting around the same amount of volume on a small spread. So it looks like sellers are entering the market here at 22. So 22 is a very, very strong resistance level. So let's go ahead and add that as well. 22.12. So let's see. Again, the markets don't turn on a dime. This is one that's going to, I do think it's going to round off. When we can see that. We have MOQ or MOBQ. So let's see if this can actually, I'm actually not liking this whatsoever. It does have a really, really low float. So it can move. I didn't see its expand service offering. Just not good price action at all. So that's definitely on the bottom of my watch list. And right now we're just sitting on our hands waiting for the right opportunity to present itself in order to make a trade. VAWR, I'll look at it here in 1 sec. Volta, I don't know. What's the ticker for it? And I'll go ahead and take a peek at it. Pedro. Let's go ahead and look at you. I do like this. We could have a first shoulder, another head, and then a potential another shoulder, higher low. So I want to see it hold and then potentially break. Again, if this head and shoulders pattern is accurate, then we're going to see a nice, whoops. We could see a move back up to 180 potentially. Around 170 to 180. That is a price target if this head and shoulders pattern and we make a higher low above 127 for you. So I do like that. Can you trade even when the market's closed? Yes, I can. So I can teach you guys how to do that as well if you want me to. If you have TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, you want to go over to Active Trader. And then you want to here, let me kind of switch the camera so I can show you if you have TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. So yes, when you have your Active Trader, if you don't know how to get Active Trader, come over to the right side and click Active Trader. Now, when you do that, you want to go up and hit this gear icon. When you hit this gear icon, I want you to look up TIF and add TIF to your current set. Once you add TIF, that will give you a nice extended. So you can click extended day, and I just use extended. Now, when you use extended, you have to use limit orders. You can't use market orders because the market's not open. Now, you can't use stop limit orders. You have to use limit orders. So only limit orders will work, so you might get screwed. But yeah, that is how you trade pre-market. And honestly, I think you might you might have to, let me make sure my mirroring is off. Mirror video, let's see if it's off. Yep. So you have to really, I don't know if you have to call TD Ameritrader, get it. I don't remember. I did a long time ago, but I believe all you have to do is add TIF to your active trader and hit extended. Or if you're looking to do it normally, you can just click buy. Okay, it must be in the day, so you have to actually put a limit order in. Create custom. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and orders all. Yeah, so I think you have to use active trader for pre-market. So what is TIF? That just allows you to change the TIF just allows you to change the way where the market goes. So TIF, again, I'll show you what the difference is. You have day, good till, wait, oh, I didn't even switch my camera. So TIF will allow you to change your order from a day to extended, good till close extended. And I don't even use AM or PM. I just use day or extended out, like extended hours. So TIF will allow you to change it. So now when you have extended on TIF, you won't be able to actually buy anything when market's live. So you have to make sure to change that. You have to make sure to change that back. And again, it's right. I always have it right here, and it just comes something I have to change. If you're looking to buy in pre-market, have it in extended. If you're once market is open, change it back to day. Again, guys, come over to the YouTube. You can see my screen much better. Links in bio, or just look up Stock Talk Trades. Time in force. Hey, that's probably what it is. I never know the acronym. Oh, we're already at 1.1 thousand likes. Thank you guys so much. Let's try to get to 2,000. Really appreciate it. Now we do have a downtrend on YGMZ. Let's see if we can actually crack it here. Let's see if we can make a higher low and crack this downtrend. I would like us to see it room back up to VWAP because that's pretty good. I mean, the volume's pretty high at the moment. Again, YGMZ has a total, the relative volume is really good, almost 10x, short float, or a low float, excuse me. We have CANF. Let's go ahead and look at CANF. Again, it's below around 2x relative volume. So definitely not the best play at the moment. We have we have new low float, or no, medium float, but the volume, the relative volume is not there. We're under the average volumes traded. So that is definitely something that I'm not going to keep on watch. Plus, it's at 40 cents. I don't like trading shares that are lower than $1. We have PIXY. This is the low float at 15 million. The average, oh man, the relative volume today is upwards of 15 to 20x. So this definitely has some momentum behind it. I'm not seeing really any I'm not seeing any news though. That's the problem. We have CPOP. CPOP is gapping up 21%. Volume is at 8.6 million. Average is 1.9. So they're around a 6x or so, maybe a little bit less. What do you think of Robinhood or similar platforms? So I do not like Robinhood. I think Robinhood is actually a great platform when you are actually swing trading, when you are just buying and holding maybe for a couple weeks, months. But if you're looking to day trade on Robinhood, they are actually they send your orders to something else. They send your orders to, I forget what they send them to. So you're getting filled a little bit later. Now, TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is classified as a direct access broker. Now, do I believe them? Somewhat. But with Robinhood, you also you get terrible charting. But like the interface is very, very clean, and I like it. We have ISIG absolutely ripping all the way up to 2340. What is going on here? What is going on? I want to see a bigger pullback here. Maybe bounce off 22. ISIG is just ripping today. We have MOBQ, not liking that. ISIG, where could ISIG if we break over this high at 2345? Break over this high, we run with 25, then up to 2720, and then all the way up to 35. So we'll have to see what happens as the ISIG develops a little bit more throughout the day. Nice dip trade right off of 9 EMA. Increasing let's see if we can get an increasing volume here on this candle. That would have been a great dip buy. Wasn't really thinking about it, but yeah, that would have been perfect. And see how we had really high volume on this doji candle? That would have been your first sign to get out of this trade. You'd have been up around 40 cents or so on this trade. That would have been great. That's a great trade right there. Very, very quick. I would look for a bigger pullback though. Oh, you would have been up. Oh, you would have been up around $1 at the top there. We have really high volume, very low spread. So this, anything can happen here. It's not really anything. This is a bullish engulfing candle. I mean, it's not the best bullish engulfing candle, but it is because we didn't close above that previous high, but the wick fully engulfed the previous candle. Now, again, I'm just sitting on my hands. We have around 8 minutes left till market open, so let's see if we can actually make a good trade. Hey, thank you for the like on YouTube. Thank you for the like. And if you guys, again, come over to YouTube, you can see my screen much better. You can see my face, and we can just trade together throughout the day. I do not recommend that you guys take my trades. Do not take my trades. Copy trading does not really work. So the first thing I look at is volume. So let me go ahead and actually take you guys through a lesson real quick. Quick lesson. Actually on YouTube, let me do it. I'll do it on my computer since we have people on YouTube. So right before the market open, let's go ahead and actually cover it. So let's go ahead and talk about, we have our candlesticks. I'm actually going to make them green. So we have our first candlesticks. You have a nice impulse with another impulse. Again, as these candles, I've done this before. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 candles. Now let's talk about the spread of each candle. Now, a spread is from the open to the close. So we're going to use 1 minute time frames. Each one of these candles is 1 minute of time. And the spread for this candle is pretty large. And we're going to go ahead and analyze each spread of each candle. And we can see that the spreads on each candle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, that doesn't really tell you anything, but when you look at volume, when you look at the volume bars, let's go ahead and look at the volume bars. If we go ahead and see that we have pretty strong relative volume compared, well, we have a nice pop that's higher than the previous volume. Whoa. Then let's say we have this volume kind of increasing for the past couple candles. Now let's go ahead and jump into as these spreads are getting smaller and smaller, and let's say you have increasing in volume. You have increasing in volume with smaller spreads. So we can see that as we're moving higher with smaller spreads, so is the volume. So we have cause, volume is cause. I'm going to go ahead and just use C. So we have C for volume, and the price action is the effect. So as we get smaller and smaller spreads with higher and higher volume, that is a bearish sign. You can expect room lower, because if we have extremely high volume, we should have relative price action. When you have high volume, you want to see price action in one direction. Yes, we have the momentum decrease. Yes, that's also wonderful. That's a very good point out. But also, when you have that, to validate it, this is called stopping volume. When you have smaller spreads on higher volume, you can see that, okay, now in this area, sellers are jumping in here. So your first sign would be, okay, we have higher volume. The first sign would be this candle. Since we have higher volume on this candle than the previous candle, but a smaller spread, that is the first sign that an anomaly is happening. You want to have increasing volume with increasing spreads to validate a trend higher. Now, again, the same thing happens here. We have an even smaller spread with higher volume. There's another sign. Potentially get out here. This is a very, very good time. And then let's say you have a doji candle. Let's pretend this is a doji candle with extremely high volume. Extremely high. That means that the doji candle at the top, they were met with buyers and sellers in this area. Maybe there's some resistance here. And as we come up into this level with a doji candle or just a small spread in general, or maybe a blow off top, nice shooting star candle with extremely high volume with a very low spread, that is your sign to get out. That is your sign, because we are most likely going to pull back. And let me go ahead and try to find a real world example for you guys. And again, the markets don't turn on a dime. See how we have where's my arrow? See how we have very high volume on this doji candle. Then we have a decreasing volume. That's telling us that the trend is looking to reverse. Then we have the pullback. Now, that first candle would have been your first sign. Then this other candle, shooting star with decreasing volume, that's another sign to get out. If you got out there, that would have saved you. That could have saved you around 2%. Let's go ahead and go with Y. Let me try to find another example here. We have we're at YGMZ. See, we have very high volume on the spread pullback. Again, it's a short-term pullback, but the markets don't move. They don't change on a dime. If we go to a higher time frame on the 5-minute, it's hard for you guys to see over on this chart right here. But we have really high upper wicks and doji candles with really high volume. That's your sign to get out. That is your sign to get out. So volume is everything. If you don't look at volume, you're not going to understand what the price action is telling you. Yeah, guys, come over to the YouTube. I will, if you guys are interested in actually making trading your career, maybe I can drop some coupons, Christmas and holiday coupons for alpha day trading if you guys are interested. Now, we have a CANF. I'm just kind of scanning through the watch list. Right now, I'm not really seeing anything I like. So we could jump back into another quick lesson if you guys are interested. We have ISIG that's absolutely ripping to the upside here. Let's see if we can actually, once we break over 2450, where could we go? I mean, we're up to 26 and then potentially even 2720. So let's go ahead and get in here. But we do have RSI divergence. We do have some RSI divergence. So that is definitely a bearish sign, and we're starting to see that round off top in our first sign. Here, this is actually a great example of what I was talking about. So we have, see how we have basically the same amount of volume for this candle and this candle. These two candles have the same volume, but the spreads are way different. This candle has a pretty large spread, and this candle has about half of the spread with an upper wick. That is your first sign to get out. Then we have very light volume on the previous candle, about the same on a doji candle. Look, this is telling me that the trend could possibly reverse. Now let's go ahead and see how this plays out to see if the volume price analysis was actually valid. How do you trade on Windows? Do you use a website or an app? I use TD Ameritrade's Think or Swim. Thank you guys for the likes. We're at 1.4 thousand likes. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes. I'd really appreciate it. So we have decreasing volume on this move lower. Again, this trend could continue. We're about to be live in 5 seconds. About to be live in 5 seconds. Let's see what's happening. Let's go ahead and we have ISIG. I think ISIG is probably the top stock to watch. We broke over the pre-market highs. Watch out for the panic pop. We have halt level at 2640. 2640 is the halt level. Bids are stacking. Bids are stacking. Let's go ahead and send it. Looks like I'm not going to get filled. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. I got in. Oh, shit. I didn't think I was going to get in. So, guys, right now I just got in for the halt for ISIG. I want to see this gap up. We have bids at $22.99. I want to see this gap above. We are ripping up. Ideally, I want to see this actually gap above 27.20. Now, if we can gap above there, pull back. I mean, I could definitely see ISIG coming up to 28. And I'm just going to I should have went in with more position than 50. And usually I don't get in for anticipation with halts. But here was the example. I mean, here was a perfect example of what's going to happen. I mean, again, if we gap down, I'm going to cut my loss. But if we gap up, we could potentially see this absolutely rip to the upside. Now, ISIG is very, very So let's see if we can actually continue to hold this. Thank you. How do you? Yep. Think or swim, no spaces. That is for TD Ameritrade. So let's see what happens here, guys. If this is a one and done trade for today, then I'll have to just say hallelujah and make some food. You know, maybe do a lesson. So thank you guys for stopping into YouTube. If you guys haven't already, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm only 20 subscribers away. And go ahead, guys. Come over to the YouTube. We're going to be doing a lesson on YouTube later today. After this trade, actually, if it's a one and done trade. So if you do want to get involved with the lesson, we can do some volume price analysis. Really anything that you guys want to talk about, any questions, we'll definitely do that. And then if we can get to 10 viewers on YouTube or more, then I'll potentially drop a coupon code if you guys are looking to join a potential community. I appreciate y'all. Now, ISIG halted at, it doesn't tell me, but we got halted at 9:30:32. That means we're going to be live at 9:35:32. So we have around 3 minutes left. Now let's see if we can actually I'm going to have my limit orders. I'm going to have my limit order at a couple cents below. And then see if we can actually maybe scale out here. I have to cancel and then potentially sell market or control M. Let's see if that works. Okay, got to be in day. Excuse me. So we got, yeah, so, and then Shift C would cancel all, and then Control M. Okay, so I got my quick fills. We are halted now to the upside. Where's your YouTube link? Just go to my bio, go to my profile, and then hit the YouTube icon, or it's just Stock Talk Trades, no spaces. Let's see if we can actually catch something here. Let's see. This is the highest volume for the day. Absolutely ripping. We're going to be live here in around a minute and a half. Let's see if we can actually get this. Usually don't trade the first minute, but I saw this opportunity. Again, this is not my strategy, but I decided to go ahead and step out of my comfort zone and go ahead and join in on the stacking when I saw. So I knew that we were going to get halted because I have this halt level indicator. And when you look at the level 2, you can see orders start to stack. You see that they're not getting filled. I'm looking at ISIG. Now, when you see it not getting filled, most likely it's going to halt. Sometimes it's a false halt, but we will see what happens. Again, I want to see this absolutely rip. I want to see it really gap up above 27.20. So let's see if that can. I wouldn't be surprised if we rip up to 29. That would be ideal. So let's see, guys. We're going to be live here in around 20 seconds. Let's see what happens. We're going to be live here in about 2 seconds, guys. We should have been live. Looks like it's going to be a 10-minute halt. All right. Could have went in with a little bit more shares, but I didn't. It's unfortunate. I could have went with around 10 or so more shares. What ticker are you watching? Oh, yeah, this is ISIG. Let's see if we're at a 10-minute halt right now. I'm in at 26.40 at the halt level. Surprised I got filled. RSI is at 90 right now, which is okay because it's the halt level. RSI doesn't really matter. RSI is a lagging indicator. I'm looking at volume and just price action and everything. I mean, we had that decreasing volume popped up. I want to see us absolutely rip. If we don't gap up above 27.20, I'm selling everything right away. Don't gap above it. So if we don't gap above 27.20, I'm cutting it right away. So we are going to be live at 9:40:32. So we have around 4 minutes left. I'm excited to see what's happening. I'm not really, I'm new to this. I don't, and halt level. Let's go ahead and talk about the halt strategy. If you guys are interested in actually trading this. Howdy, thank you for stopping by. So the halt strategy, when a stock is halted, you are actually looking to place a limit order no more than 1% above the halt level. So the 1% above is at 26.60. So you need to place it somewhere in this area, your limit orders. Now, you have to wait until it opens up. If it gaps down, your limit order will get filled somewhere down here, and it's going to be unfortunate. So let's say it gaps up here. Whoops. That was not good. Let's say it gaps up. Let's say it gapped up to above maybe 27.50. 27.50 gapped up. God, I can't do anything right now. I don't know what's happening. Give me a sec, guys. I'm getting back there. I'm getting back there. If we halt above this level, let's say we halt up, we open up at this level. Now, when we open up at this level, you want to see a fast pullback down to the halt level. You get filled out of your limit order. A limit order will only fill you at this price or lower. Then it rips back up and pull up and then continue to rip. Now, your stop loss would be right below the previous halt level. So it would be, your stop loss would be there. Your stop loss would be right below the halt level. And this is a very, very quick, very, very profitable strategy that I absolutely love. It's definitely one of my favorite strategies to play. But I did get in a little bit too early, or I anticipated it. And I don't think it's definitely something that we want to keep on watch. We're going to be live here in around 2 minutes. So let's see what happens. Thank you guys for stopping in on the YouTube. Thank you guys for stopping in. Again, come over to YouTube. We're going to be doing a lesson after this. This is the one and done trade for today. We can cover everything you guys want, Rsi Divergence, or I can go ahead and actually, I can take a lesson out from our $500 course for free, and I can give it to you guys for free if you guys are interested. Would you guys like to do a live lesson, or we can go ahead and go through what lessons we want to talk about? So guys, we're going to be live here in around a minute. Around a minute. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's see what happens here. This is very risky, but this is also ISIG. ISIG has a lot of hype around it. Every trader has ISIG on their watch list. Okay, guys, we're going to be live here in around 30 seconds. This guy is telling lies. Hey, you don't have to believe me. You're just a troll. It's all good. I'm going to keep doing me. I hope you keep doing you. I hope you have a wonderful day. We have around 20 seconds left. Let's see what happens. We have, we have, okay guys, we're going to be live here in around 5 seconds. There it is, guys, up 130 bucks. There's the one and done trade. Up 130 bucks. I'll go ahead and zoom in there a little bit more. 130 bucks on the day, P&L on ISIG. You can see where I bought. You can see where I sold. There it is, guys. There's the one and done trade. I don't know who else can you. I don't know any other career where you can make 140 bucks in 10 minutes. And it was really only like 10 seconds of work. Awesome. Let's see what ISIG has to do here. I did like that at all. And I do have some capital left. So let's go ahead and look at let's see if we have any options play. Again, it looks like we might actually continue to break. We might be. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we can continue to break. I didn't want to hold that. I just wanted to lock it up because it was very risky. ISIG didn't have any news. There's the halt level. You guys got filled at the halt level. If you had this limit order, you got up. There's 4%. There's 5% right there. Boom. Easy. All right. All right. There it is, guys. I'm happy with that. This is definitely one of my favorite stock, or this is one of my favorite stocks and one of my favorite strategies. Sorry, I'm just posting this up in Profit Strat. All right, all right. We are on YouTube. We got 5 viewers or 4. Go ahead. What are you trading? This is ISIG. I'm actually done trading for the day. Really, there. I honestly, let's see how much capital I used. Let's see, 50 times 26.4. I only used $1,300 for that trade. $1,300. That was a 10% trade. Easy. Just over 10%. Thank you. We got 6 viewers on YouTube, guys. Come over to the YouTube. We will go ahead and cover some. We'll go ahead and do a couple lessons, or a lesson. Now on YouTube, would you guys want me to go over some RSI divergence, how I look at volume, potential strategies, or would you want me to pick a potential or take a lesson from our course for alpha day trading for free, totally for free? Let me know. We have controlling your emotions, candlesticks, discipline, Fibonacci retracements. Here, I'll go ahead and pull this up because anyone that says Cole, those are the ones that I've edited and they are in the course. So we have Cole, discipline, Fibonacci retracements, how to buy dips versus reversals, how to identify price targets, how to use the MACD indicators. Again, I'll let you guys kind of decide which one we want to go over, or I can do a live lesson with y'all. Whatever you think. That was a great trade, one and done. Let me know. Oh, I should have taken that up if you guys were reading. Sorry. On TikTok, what would you guys like to see for a lesson? Really anything that you guys have troubles with, maybe scaling in, scaling out, tick charts, candlesticks, momentum, RSI, anything. Let me know. And thank you guys for the follows. We've been getting a lot of follows lately. And this is the only way I can gain followers on this account. Time period for spotting charts. OTC. That's mainly what I trade. Small tax. Patterns. We can go over a lot of patterns. Let's go ahead and I'll do a mix of both. Let's do some patterns and spotting charts, or time periods for spotting charts. We can do both of those. So actually, I am not going to live stream this on YouTube or on TikTok. So you have to come over to the YouTube if you want to get the lesson. So definitely come over to YouTube. Links in bio, or just look up Stock Talk Trades. So let me know. And I will be closing this TikTok in around 5 minutes. And then, so I hope to see you guys over in YouTube. Let me go ahead and get this. Since we're covering time frames, I'm going to go ahead and get my other charts in here. And we can see I sold 28.90. Yeah, so that was a very good trade. Looks like ISIG is actually looking to pump here. I'm glad I sold everything. If I wanted to jump in, I could. Let me know what y'all want to do. Let's go ahead and look at our options. Let's actually cover some options. Let's see what we got. Do we have anything for options? What's Josh watching for options? Let's see. Not really seeing anything. Yep. So let's see. Okay, we got 6 viewers on YouTube. And guys, come over to the YouTube. We'll cover the lesson. And right now, people on YouTube, we're going to be covering patterns and what time frames to use. Josh is up 400. Oh, Josh is up $2,000 on this trade. Josh is up $2,000 on this trade. Let's go ahead and watch Josh real quick. He shorted Boeing out of the break. He's up $2,000 at the moment. Let's see. Let's watch from Josh letting people kind of funnel over to YouTube real quick. Let's see. Oh, he just cut it. He's up $1,800 on the day. Woo! Good for you, Josh. All right. All right, guys. I am going to end the live stream on TikTok. We are going to be covering the lesson. We're going to be covering what time frames to use and or what bullish patterns that you can look for. So the YouTube is Stock Talk Trades, or you can go over to my bio and hit the YouTube icon and come over to YouTube. Thank you guys for stopping in, and we will jump right into the lesson on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for stopping. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, and peace. All right. Let's go ahead and cover. Well, actually, let's go ahead and look at our let's go and look at our main stocks. Thank you guys for the subscription. Looking for a head and shoulders pattern on the SPY. Looking for the head and shoulders pattern on the SPY. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. All products. Looking for some puts today. Let's go ahead and send this over to yellow and go back. So now we have our orders in. I'm going to go and buy some here. I'm in at 70. I'm going to scale in here. If we continue to low, if we break over this high, I'm cutting it. Break over this high, I'm cutting it real quick. I'm going to go ahead and go with 2 here. Just 2. I want to see this drop a little bit more. I want to see this SPY drop a little bit more. There it is. I like this pattern. I want to see this drop a little bit more. We have an inverse we have a head and shoulders pattern. I want to see us crack this low. If we crack this, we have room back down to let's see where we have room to. We have room down to $470 or $476.80. So let's see if we can continue to crack this. I'm not liking it on the tick chart, though. I'm not liking it on the tick chart, so it looks like I am going to cut them both here. Small loss. I might have cut it a little bit too early, but I don't want to mess with options, and I don't want to go ahead and take away from what profits I did. And let's see if it can continue to pump. There it is. That's why I cut it. That's why I cut it. The tick chart was looking more bullish, so I cut it there. Trying to scalp some options. I'm glad I cut it. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and actually cover some potential, or let's go ahead and cover time frame. So, how I like to trade is, man, it's totally like subjective to what you want to trade, or how you want to trade, how long you want to trade. So the charts that I use, I have 1 minute, 5 minute, the 233 tick chart, the 511 tick chart, and 1000 tick chart. Now tick is one trade. So let's say if I'm looking to trade one share, if I click buy, that is one tick. But if I have 1,000 shares and I click buy, that is still one click or one tick. And let's go ahead and look at this time frame. See, each one of these candles is 1 minute. Each one of these candles is 1 minute. But we can see back, let's see this whole time frame. This was at 9:48, and now it's at 9:53. So all of these candles, each candle will be a different time frame to how bullish or how fast the market is moving or how many traders are in there. So I cut that loss. Yeah, I would have been down a good amount. But again, I only took two puts there. So for my time frames, again, I like to trade. I'm more of a quick time frame. So what I like to see realistically is a nice pattern on the 5 minute. If I see a pattern on the 5 minute, let's say I see a nice bull flag on the 5 minute, then I will jump over to the minute. Let's see if I can find a good example here. Not really seeing anything good. We have we have new absolutely ripping. But I'm not really seeing anything I'm not really seeing any flags. But let's say we see a bull flag on the 5 minute. And I'm going to go ahead and actually try to draw it in here real quick. So let's see if I can click select. So again, we have a nice bull flag. I'm not going to use colored bars because it really doesn't matter. I should have. Let's say we have a nice 3-bar pullback. These are 5 minute candles that we're looking at. Now, what I want to see with the volume is increasing volume on the bull flag. For the bull flag, I want to see increasing volume, and then we start to have a pullback. I want to see very, very light decreasing volume. What that's telling me is that people who bought here are selling at this level. But traders are not looking to take it short at this level. They're not taking short positions. If we saw traders taking short positions, these volume bars would be higher. So if you see a bull flag and you don't have decreasing volume on the pullback, that is definitely, you don't want to take that bull flag. And then maybe let's say on the bull flag, we have the EMA, 9 EMA. You have the 9 EMA, a nice bounce, maybe a nice lower wick. Now that volume would be a very, very good opportunity to possibly get a dip trade for a move higher with the break. Again, I don't like buying breakouts because, again, what if it breaks out and pulls back? You never know. Where is my tools? I don't know how to get rid of that or select it. But yeah, so and time frames. Again, sorry, I got off track. ADHD. Again, so if we have a 5 minute, each one of these candles is 5 minutes. So it took 15 minutes to pump and 15 minutes to drop for a bull flag. Then we are going to jump to the 1 minute and potentially find a nice inverse head and shoulders pattern. So let's say we have another candle right here, a nice green candle, bullish candle. So we're going to go ahead and identify we're going to go ahead and look at the 1 minute chart for these candles. So let's say we're coming down, again, bull flag. We're kind of coming down for the flag. What I want to see is a nice low, potential lower low, and then that higher low for the move higher. Again, now on the 1 minute time frame, you might see a small head and shoulders pattern. We have a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Now on the 1 minute, that's a bullish sign. Now when you have a 1 minute bullish sign, or when you have multiple time frames telling you that it's bullish, that is very good. So if you have a bullish pattern you want to look for a bullish pattern on the 1 minute that is also going to transfer over into a bullish pattern on the 5 minute for the higher time frame. You enter on the lower time frame, so it works out on the higher time frame. And that works for every single time frame. If you're trading on the 1 day, jump over to the 4 hour, see if you can get a better entry. Let's go ahead and see if I can find a good setup real quick. And I think I will be able to. So, no, it was Coinbase. So Coinbase, I was able to trade Coinbase to break this downtrend. So, break this downtrend, absolutely rip. We have a break of the downtrend. Now let's go ahead and actually add a chart here and look at the 4 hour. So if we go ahead and look here, so when we're really focusing on entries, we see that we have decreasing volume on this doji. Now we have a gap up with increasing volume with a close above. Now this right here, we have a first candle that doesn't make a low. We have the second candle that makes a new low. And then we have a third candle that makes a new high above this middle candle. Now that is called a pivot low. So really above this candle, above this previous high, that would have been a great entry. Now if we on the 4 hour, see on the 4 hour, we can see that we have a head and shoulders pattern. We have the first shoulder, or the first shoulder, another head, or the head, and then another shoulder on this wick right here. Since on the 4 hour, this is also a bullish pattern on the 4 hour, but it also transfers over to the daily where we have increasing volume with a pivot low. Now this works on all time frames, so you will be able to capitalize on all of the moves. If you're looking to trade on one time frame, then you want to go to a lower time frame to find those entries. So how do I use that with the 1 minute? On the 1 minute, let's go ahead and jump over to, where's the stock is new is ripping. So on the 5 minute, we're ripping, or on the 1 minute, I would say, I see these upper wicks, but these upper wicks are just telling me something I don't like the upper wicks. Now, if we look at the tick chart, these are not 1 minute. These move with the market. We can see that we're moving up, but finding resistance and then a dump here. The tick chart gives me a more in-depth look on what is actually happening inside of the 1 minute candle. So if I'm looking to trade the 1 minute, I will actually go to the tick charts and get an entry on the tick charts. So let's say here's another example. Let's say I wanted to find a nice dip trade off the 9 EMA. I would go to the tick charts here, and look, I had a nice double bottom. We have a previous low, then pull up, and then another previous low with a double bottom, with a nice doji candle for the move higher. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any questions about time frames. Now let's talk about my favorite patterns. So I only trade. Oh, don't want that. So here we have a bull flag. I do not trade bullish pennants. I do not trade bull pennants. It's just something that I don't like to do. Then we have increasing volume as we're continuing to pump with decreasing volume on the pullback for the bull flag. We also have, we're going to go ahead and separate this. I also like the downtrend break where we're kind of pumping up, maybe pull up, make a new high, pull back, touch the trend line, pull back again, maybe touch it again. Now we have 1 touch, 2 touch, and 3 touch. You only want to trade the downtrend break off of the 4th touch. So let's say we make another, see how we have this low? That was bad. As long as we make a higher low from this candle, and then maybe look for the 4th touch, and then maybe somewhere in here. How can I go back? Can I do that? But let's say, we have a small pullback. This would be a good entry right here. We have a higher low, looking for the break higher. Again, you could also find a nice dip right off the trend line for the break. Now your targets are going to be your previous highs. So you have the downtrend break, the bull flags. Those are my 2 main ones that I trade. It's nothing fancy. And then you have the Halt strategy. So let's go ahead and talk again. I think I've been talking about the Halt strategy before. Now the Halt strategy, usually, I'm going to go ahead and use this as an example, but it's not the best example. So we're halted at this level. Let me go ahead and zoom this in, get rid of my active trader. Go ahead and, we have our halt level at, let me go ahead and clear my drawing set as well. So we have the halt level at 2640. This is the halt level. I'm going to go ahead and identify this as purple. Now, what you want to do is place a limit order no more than 1% above the halt level. And 1% is at 2669. It's not going to be perfect, but but yeah, no more. So your range to place your limit order is somewhere in this area. Now, if let's say you have a limit order, I'm going to go ahead and use this as a limit order. Let me go ahead and actually off, and we're going to change this to yellow. So again, that's hard to see, but I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down. So your limit order is this yellow line. And let's go ahead and take a snippet here. And as your limit order is here, so entry. Now you want to wait for a gap up. So if it halts, this halted at 9:30:35. You can see it at the time. You can see it on the times and sales. Halts get unhalted in 5-minute intervals. So at 9:35:35, we will be live. If it's not live, then it's going to be a 10-minute halt, and you just add 10 minutes to whatever it's halted. You add 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, and usually after a 10-minute halt, if it's still not halted, or it's still not unhalted after 10 minutes and going into a 15-minute halt, do not take the strategy. Do not take the halt level strategy. But usually, we gapped up. What you want to see is a fast pullback down. You get filled, and then it usually rips back up. That is a very, very quick strategy to make money and very, very low risk because your stop loss is right below the halt level, right below. So you're risking this much in order to gain a potentially back up to the halt level or the gap up. So there's so much opportunity with halt strategies that it's very, very quick. You have to have a fast broker. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be very, very quick and know you have to have your plan made out as soon as you have to plan out before you even jump into the trade. You have to know exactly what you want to do, how you want to scale out, how you want to do anything. But that is the other pattern that I really, really like to see, or the strategy. So, I mean, those are my top patterns. If you guys don't have any really questions about any of the lessons that we've really covered, We've been doing this for around 20 minutes, if that. But really, that's really all. It's simple. You want to keep it simple. So let me know if you have any questions about other patterns, time frames, or anything, or else this lesson could be over with. And if y'all are interested in joining the Alpha Day Trading community, go ahead and hit that link. Go there. I think we're the #1 trading community for new traders. Again, we are focused more for new traders. We do lessons every single day. And let's go ahead and see what Josh is up. Oh, the stream is not looking good, so you gotta. There it is. Josh is up around $1,800, around $2,500, $2,400 on the day. We have some profits. There's me, and again, this is a couple days ago, but we have 60. We have 173, 650. We don't just share our profits though. That's the thing. We have up 40, up 45. We have up 73. Guys, there's so much opportunity here. Up 385, up 268. There's Josh again, making some money. Minus 37, again, a loss, which is okay. We also cover our losses. We don't just show you guys profits. Are they stronger than chart patterns? So, no, how I like to use pivot points is, here, I can't see the chat. Give me 1 sec. So how I like to use pivot points is inside of a pattern. So let's say you're trading a bullish pattern. Again, we're going to go in and use the bull flag for this example. I've already used it before, but let's go ahead and use the bull flag. As you're coming up again, and then you see a potential pullback. And as soon as you want to see, I'm not going to draw the volume because that takes a little bit too long, but as the pull of the bull flag are these 3 candles, as we're moving up, you want to see increasing volume. And I'm going to go ahead and do a pivot line here. And as you see, or a dashed line, and as you see the pullback, you want to see decreasing volume. What the decreasing volume is telling you is that there's not short sellers in the market, but people who bought here are taking profit at this resistance level. Now, if you have increasing volume, that is telling you that people are shorting the stock at this level. Give me a sec, I'm going to get a drink. Now, so we already have a bull flag. Bull flag, there's one pattern. Now with pivot points, then we want to see a pivot point here, potentially. That would be another more confirmation that this is going to move. Maybe you see, okay, I am going to draw volume. I lied to y'all, but I am going to do it for just these 3 candles. So again, you have decreasing volume on the pullback. And then on this candle, let's say it's a doji candle, or that candle's not really the best drawn. So for this candle, let's say it's a doji candle. We're going to fill this in and don't act like these aren't here and this is the lower wick. If you see increasing volume on a doji candle at the end of a pullback, that is giving you a very, very good sign to jump in as well. Because that increasing volume doji candle is telling you now that buyers are looking to take at this level. Maybe it's off the 9 EMA. And then, so you have the bull flag, the nice increasing volume doji candle, and then what you can look for is a pivot low. So we have the pivot low here. We have the first candle making a high, not a high, but the high of the first candle. Then you have the high of the second candle, which does not pass the previous high of the neck of the previous candle, but it does make a new low. Then your next candle if it's going to be classified as a pivot low, the next candle needs to break the middle candle's high. So that's a pivot. Then in this scenario, we have the bull flag that's validating our trend, validating our trade. We have the volume that's matching the price action, increasing volume for the bull flag, decreasing volume for the pullback. There it is. There's 2 reasons. Then we have this increasing, if we have an increasing volume doji candle, there's 3 reasons that's validating this trend. Then we have a pivot low that's also validating this move higher. So yes, I like to look at pivot points inside of chart patterns. I don't use pivot points alone. If you use pivot points with chart patterns, you will have more probability with your chart patterns. Again, the more reasons that that is validating your trade is better. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about literally anything, let me know. So yeah, I hope that helped. I like those multiple confirmations. Yes, multiple confirmations are amazing. I love them. And yeah, I mean, I like to use pivot lows, and Josh is currently, I don't know, realized he's almost, doesn't look like he wants to break. Let's see the volume there. I don't like the volume. I'm going to go ahead and let Josh know I don't like the volume. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and explain why I don't like the volume as well. So Josh is in a trade right now. I don't know if he's still in the trade, but he's in for 1,000 for BBIO. He's looking for the move higher. Now, the first sign that was going to tell me that this is going to pull back and break this trend line, or even just pull back in general, is this. Let me go ahead and take a snapshot. So see on this doji candle that made a previous high, closed back low, we can also see that we have high volume, or not high volume, but higher volume than the previous candles. Since we have a high cause, volume is just cause. That's supposed to be an A. The volume is your cause, and the price action is your effect. Let's see what happens. Okay, it did. There it is. It dumped. It's very rug pulley. It's not really liking it, but. So I'm going to go ahead and actually keep it like this so we can actually watch as well. But this green candle, this green volume bar, higher volume on a doji candle, plus we have these upper wicks as well, and this candle made a new high, pulled back, and closed below this previous high. There's a couple signs that's not validating this trend higher. But look, it still pumps up. It still pumps up. See, this volume price analysis is not number one. So it's very challenging. Again, the markets are extremely random, so you have to take A+ setups. Josh likes trading this. This is not something I would have taken for a long. We've already made a lot of highs. I would be looking for more of a pullback. But this volume bar, again, higher volume, a high cause, if we have a really high cause, on a low effect or a low spread. That is not usually, that means that the volume and the price action do not match. You always, if you're looking to take a trade, you want the volume and price action to match. If the volume does not match the price action, do not take the trade. Volume is everything. And let's go ahead and look at don't save. Let's go ahead and look at BBIO because he got rid of it. BBIO. See, again, we pumped again. This is also not a strong trend to the upside because of this, because the traders aren't looking there. But so I hope that helps. Again, this is nothing is perfect in trading. You can't get everything perfect, but the volume will validate the price action more often. And there's the first sign of a potential pullback. And we pull back from this candle down. Again, this candle is still validated. For this candle, let's go ahead and, I can't really zoom in, but this doji candle validated this move lower. And then you have to, once that happens, you have to actually identify if it's going to continue to pump up or if what's going to happen. I mean, we have a couple touches on this trend line. So this is also looking for a short. I would have taken a short position here, not a long position. But this is a nice short. Again, as it comes down, your entry, once it validates, let's say your entry was here. Your stop loss is now going to be at entry because it validated and it moved in your position. So if it doesn't continue to move down and comes up, you're at break even. You didn't lose or didn't make money. Yeah, so let me know if that helps. I hope that is. And again, please check out alpha day trading. I posted a link earlier in that YouTube, in the YouTube chat. If you do want to actually take your trading with the next level, we are introducing a multicast platform now, where you can actually watch multiple different people stream, multiple different people. I'm going to take you guys through. So we do a lesson every single day. You get these scanners. These scanners alone are $2,400. So if you get a membership and you just want scanners, it's already 50% off the scanners, just for the scanners. Then you get, let's go to trading and education. You have the morning stock newsletter, ultimate day trading starter kit, and then free trading lessons. Again, you get more as it brings them straight to his YouTube, but you get more if you, where is this? The dashboard. I'm not too sure where. The video lessons library. Here it is. You also get video lessons library, where you can literally go through and just find so many different educational videos with alpha. You can get a one-on-one booking. And let's go ahead and, there's more of this chapter in mine. The original day trading starter kit you get for free. You get 9 chapters. So there's so much opportunity, there's so much value with alpha day trading that it's just, we totally blow our competition out of the water. And we are actually partnering up with, I believe, we've been talking with a few other trading communities, because we might bring them onto the platform, because Discord is not ideal for trading. So I hope you like it. Again, check out Alpha Day Trading at that link. I really appreciate it I really appreciate you for stopping by. Hope I was able to provide some sort of value to you. And I will see you tomorrow morning if you want to stop by. I'll be bright and early at 9 a.m. live on YouTube and on TikTok. Thank you so much, Edward, and I will see you tomorrow.